Deeper work yet. Here's even more ideas for your critique. Keep in mind that these are more advanced ideas and you might only use them with artist critique. But it's good to know them because in every group, even if it's a beginner group, there's always one person that does really good work and you need something in your repertoire to help them. This is what you say. What is really strong here? What is done best? What needs to change to make the piece better? Sometimes you can include the artist in this part. Look them in the eye and ask what they could do to make the painting better. This often works because they will give you the right answer. Seeing their work up there, they often see it right away, what they need to do. If they don't, just say, that's a good idea. What about doing X instead? Like if they don't give you the right answer. Keep in mind that you're there to help. So keep your answers positive. Keep the whole atmosphere positive. Is this artist successful? Say why that artist is successful. You can compare the work with major artists or an artist in the style of this artist or in the style this artist is working. Keep it positive. Smile at the artist and always finish with a positive comment. Here's another thing to think about. Titles sometimes tell you something about the painting. Ask the artist what the title is and why they picked it. Apply all the same rules to the title. Does it suit the painting? This is not something you need to do with every painting, but you can touch this element with more advanced work. Maybe your artist friends. The big idea. With advanced artists, this is an important topic. The big idea is everything. Goals, theory behind the painting, the philosophy behind the work should be as important as the work itself for advanced artists. This should be the topic of discussion. By the time artists have created a while, they've honed all their technical skills. They're just learning that skills are not enough. There needs to be a reason as to why you are painting. Encourage artists to find their reason behind the creative process. Beginners don't have this in the beginning. It's all about learning the technical skills. But as you get more advanced, this is an important question. Ask the advanced artist questions like, what or who inspired you? What did he or she like about that particular artist? How did you apply that point to your painting? Could the artist have done it in a different way? A good idea sometimes is to suggest that the artist do a series with the same idea. This will lead them to figuring out how to incorporate those elements in their own work. More ideas for the big idea. Some questions you may ask. What is the issue or goal of the artist? Is it personal, political? Is it about war, violence, poverty, etc.? What are your goals as an artist? How does this work help you with your goals? What did you learn in creating this artwork? How does this work help you with your goals? If it doesn't, how can you make it part of your goal? What did you learn in creating this artwork? How will this piece influence your work in the future? Is it part of a series? Is it the beginning of your thought process for the whole series, for example? These are questions that you will reserve for the more advanced artists most of the time. There are occasions when newer to art artists that really have a message and are not just practicing their skills, and they will need your help there. You can really help here by suggesting information that will push them further. These are questions that you will reserve for the more advanced artists most of the time. There are times when the new to art artists have a message and they're learning those skills to talk about their topics. So you can really help here by suggesting information that will push them further. Suggest artists, suggest colors, suggest patterns. These are all things that you can help with. Here's an example. My goal with this series of paintings to show how there's beauty in small elements around us that we rarely see. So you as the critiquer will say, that is a very profound goal. Tell me how you are doing that in this work. The artist says, I show close-ups of what I see and I turn them into abstracts. I love the compositions that I can create just by blowing up the subject, you as the critiquer. So the small elements turn into abstracts. How do you make people notice those small elements and realize your goal, the artist? By blowing up the images, people notice the small more. Critiquer, you do a really good job of choosing the images. Is there something you can do to make them more noticeable? Artist, well, now that you mention it, I was thinking about using colors that are usually not there, and that might be a way to make people notice even more. Some of those elements in the small are trash. I can make the background neutral. I could make the background neutral in color and the trash in big bright colors, or vice versa. See? Now you get the idea. What you're there to do is just to push that artist to another level. Here's your assignment. Pick one of your pieces of artwork, or one by master artists like Picasso or Monet, or use the image on the right. Analyze the work. Give the work a critique. Write down what you would say. The reason I tell you to write things down is because it gives you a more concrete idea of what you're actually talking about. And then you can check off and put the more important points on your cheat sheet. Check the above advice again. And did you touch most of the elements? Did you touch most of the topics I mentioned earlier? So do this now, and we'll see you in the next section.